Hi guys, hope you're doing well this evening. This is Fred and Sheila.
Hey guys, got an interesting video for you, hopefully.
Yeah.
This is going to be the, after Sheriff Stines was arrested, he was transported to Leslie County Jail.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be some video footage that's just been released of him being transported.
Yep. And he talks a little bit to the police there, state trooper, I guess.
Yeah.
And
some people said he seems like he's paranoid. Things. Sheila and I especially, the good thing about us is you get yin and yang. Sheila, that's why we get along so good. One of us is real mild and baby, innocent, and one's head crazy.
Aww.
I guess you just have to figure out who that is. Try to calm her down.
Sorry, guys.
Try to calm her down.
I try to be careful.
Try to kick on her and hit her, get her.
He does.
The good thing about us, both of us, we usually have a different view. That's odd, but a lot of times, I ain't gonna say a lot of times. Sometimes we think a lot, but
yeah,
we also disagree, or at least
and it's okay.
Debate.
Yeah,
and that's probably what you're going to hear here on some of this. Again, understand this is all speculation, alleged. This is the video we're going to comment on. Give our honest opinion, and you guys can think your honest opinion. This is nothing we say or anything means anything that's relevant. So go ahead, babe.
We're going to start the video here and see when I've got, we put closed captions on there, guys, to help you out a little bit, but the audio is still a little bit harder to hear. Here we go.
I got emergency at the courthouse. I need ambulance here right now. District courtroom.
Which courthouse?
Court, Lex County.
And what's going on?
Judge has been shot.
The judge?
Yes.
What's his name?
Kevin Mullins.
Go ahead.
What do you got?
Shots fired at the Lex County Courthouse and somebody shot Judge Mullins.
You're a kid.
No, sir. Just come out on the radio. Well, I told him.
I don't know if you guys heard that or not. I don't know what's happened to her. State police over the years. I really don't. The commissioner, but she's already kicking me, so I'll shut up. But you guys heard the same thing we just heard. It says Judge Mullins has been shot. Says what? Yeah, laughs real big.
That's not a time to laugh.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see what goes on.
In a separate room so they don't talk to each other, too.
Yeah. Have you got the witnesses?
No, they're doing the witnesses.
Who's doing the witnesses?
Justin and a couple other people are blocking the witnesses down through there. I think he's getting that other one.
Okay, do you want to go ahead and?
No.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead. They still got the 10-15 in the foyer of the courthouse. There's also some witnesses in the judge's office, not far from where he's at. You want us to go ahead and take him down to the jail so we can get the rest of the witnesses out of the judge's office in the courthouse.
Anybody hurt? Well, we got a lot going on right now.
I didn't realize you talked really
That it is, brother.
That was a bystander that come up there asking them if something was going on. There's somebody trying to get into the courthouse.
Yeah.
And you can see the troopers holding them back.
Yeah.
And
there he is. They're using handcuffs and they're putting him in the police cruiser.
it was Mickey Stines in cuffs.
Make sure there ain't no weapons or nothing now.
Ain't nothing in there, bro.
Yeah. Come on now. Right here. Open up the back hatch. Come on.
Go ahead.
That testified in the preliminary hearing.
The gentleman standing right there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one we saw in the preliminary hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead there.
Okay.
y'all gonna leave me in here and let me die of heat talk? No, I can't get up in there. Come on now. Come on. I'm up in there, bro. My bike's up in there. I can't. Yeah, man, I can't get in. These cuffs are way too tight. Come on now, guys. Come on now.
Pick your leg up, bro.
Y'all got carbon monoxide in here. Oh, come on now.
Okay.
Some people says that Stines is paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, he says he can't get in the cruiser. Well, these cruisers are not made to sit back there and rumble. That we've got very little room in them. All you need to do is go from point A to point B. Mickey's probably weighs a good 300 pounds from the way he looks. So it's hard. It's hard for a smaller person to get in there. So
harder for a larger person.
Yeah, I say smaller.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
See, it's a whole lot harder for a larger person to get in, but you can get in if you have to turn around sideways and back in with your back towards the other door and your legs up in the seat. A large person can get in these cruisers. We just don't have a lot of room between the back seat and the cage that comes down.
Well, and if he's claustrophobic, that ain't gonna help nothing.
Big, of course, that would have a bearing. Second of all, he says there's carbon monoxide here. Now, somebody says, well, he's paranoid again. He's scared. Is he paranoid or is he actually smelling carbon monoxide? Guys, they're in an enclosure there. They're in a sally port.
Oh, good point.
The doors are closed. So the cars are running, the air conditioner's on, and he's actually smelling carbon monoxide. It's not being paranoid. That's actually just his senses are working. What's your thoughts?
Well, from what I've heard, of course,
we've watched it 2 or 3 times.
I'm gonna go against you and say I think he's scared that something's gonna happen to him. That they're after him. Somebody's after him. The way, as you hear in the video and stuff, he keeps saying things to me, which, you know, I guess I'm gullible. But I think he truly thinks that something's going to happen to him.
That's what you're observing. See, what you're observing and what I observe is 2 different things. You got to understand this guy just
I know
he shot and killed.
He pew-pewed somebody.
Banged a person.
Yeah.
He just did. I mean,
it's sad.
Think he's not excited? Do you think he's not?
A lot of emotions going on.
Especially, you know, there's been allegations. There's been talk. He's lost a lot of weight, even though he's still a large man. They say he lost a lot of weight during a certain time. And is there other stuff that's going on? Is there anything there? I don't know if they did a drug test on him when they, you know, a lot of times it's not a driving, it's not a automobile accident, so he wouldn't be. You'd have to get a search warrant. But
allegations, maybe.
My thing would be, is there any drugs in his system that would be altering his behavior or bringing on what you're calling paranoia? And
he seemed
this
afraid.
will come out now. This is an interesting tape. Go ahead and let him watch some more.
Yeah, he seemed afraid as he goes on.
Just about 9 minutes long.
Yeah, it's not that long, guys.
Come on. I can't sit like this.
Slide sideways.
I can't. Come on now. Be fair to me.
We're being good to you, brother. You can stick your leg up in there.
Come on now, guys. Please don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Please.
You want to scoot on over a little bit to the left?
Come on now.
Try to scoot on over a little bit more. That way we don't hit you. Can you go a little bit farther? I just want to hit you with the door. Put your knee in there, my friend.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Bates. Hey, Bates. Can we loosen this up a little or give the window down?
I'm sorry?
Can we loosen this up a little? Be fair to me, man.
I got some air. I'll crack the window for you, but I can turn the air on back here. Okay?
Yeah. Be fair to me now.
I promise. Yeah, I promise.
God, please.
I promise. I'll tell you.
It's hot back here, man. I can't breathe.
Be fair to me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all seen the same video we've seen. Again, nobody knows what's behind this, but be fair to me. Video shows a man chasing a another man around while he's crawling on the floor and trying to take cover while you're shooting at him? I don't know.
Hopefully it'll come out in the wash. Here we go.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
These are just my opinions, of course.
Oh, I know.
Just the way I look at it.
It's all good.
No more than
Come on now, guys. Make sure I get to the jail. Come on now, guys.
I was asking why.
But I don't know. To me, again, guys, this is just my opinion. I feel like he's afraid that they're going to take him up somewhere and pew pew because of what he did, or because of what he knows. I don't know.
Do you really think that? Does it sound like? And maybe we're wrong in our, or I am in my thinking, because you heard that trooper.
I could be wrong too. I'm
you
sure.
Heard that trooper at the beginning. He says shot Judge Mullins.
Yeah.
He said, what? He said, yeah, it just come out of the radio, and he giggled. He laughed.
Yeah, no, I thought
giggled,
that was strange. That was strange.
So maybe, does these troopers know something? Is there, Sheila and I heard rumors while we were up in Whitesburg. Video, and we didn't put them on our broadcast.
Because there's no.
We had no proof of it and didn't want to unnecessarily slander somebody. But.
Yeah, but now that the one witness claims that she had saw some stuff.
Do they know
during the other?
Do they know something that we don't know? Yeah. Well, since then, exactly. Since then, there's been a deposition or a
right there you go. I can think of the word.
Investigation video come out where or audio where a detective or investigator from the Attorney General's office is interviewing one of the ladies that accused Ben Fields of assaulting her sexually, and said that she saw a video of the judge. She tells this is public knowledge. She tells the investigator this.
Said it was some higher ups, and she said that she did see
in his office, in his chambers.
Judge Mullins, in his chambers with a girl, but she didn't know who the girl was. So,
I mean, maybe people know more. Maybe that's why there was a giggle. Maybe he's thinking, well, we've heard this and that. I don't know. Again, that's speculation on my part.
Yeah. All of this is on both our parts.
In a minute why I'm saying that, though. Go ahead and continue the video and let them hear what's said next.
Okay, here we go.
You done it. Was it over your family?
Come on now, guys. What are you doing?
I was just talking to you.
Mr. Stines is saying, what are you doing?
I'm just asking, was it something to do with your family or anything like that?
Do you want me to pause it?
Have anything to do with your family?
Was it something to do with your family?
So he keeps asking.
You can pause it. My question would be here is this trooper, now troopers and sheriffs and all these people, we all work together at some time or another. Is the trooper or the detective, whatever's driving that car there, is he trying to put something into Mickey's mind as an excuse and say, is it something to do? Is it something to do? And trying to give him, or is he actually think, because you're going to hear something else here in a minute and it's going to ring a bell to you, and we'll discuss that when we get to it.
Okay, here we go.
Something happened. Something did happen, I mean, it'd be good to let us know. Why did you want to talk to your daughter while ago, Mickey? Something did happen.
Why did you want to talk to your daughter? Did something happen? Once again, they just arrested this man.
Right.
they have just left the courthouse with him. He's en route to Leslie County Jail, and this trooper or detective there is asking him, did it have something to do with your daughter?
Your family, yeah.
Why did you want to call your daughter?
Mm-hmm.
So it implies that, and he's asking about his family, so it implies that maybe something has happened. What confuses me on this, and I've watched it several times to make sure that I heard what I heard, but Mickey's attorneys states to one of the TV shows or the news that they was asking about the daughter, and they said, as of right now, we have no evidence of that. And that's what throws me. I mean, that doesn't mean something can't turn up, but if that was the main cause, that would definitely be, and it was even asked about in the preliminary hearing.
Maybe he's trying to keep it hush until it comes out in trial, so it's not all over the place and ruins his advantage.
Strategy.
Yeah, there you
We
go.
had that debate early, Sheila and I did.
Yeah.
And that's what Sheila believes. She listens. Well, maybe they're trying to. I don't know. I don't think they would, even though they're good. I think they're excellent attorneys. Just from a little bit I've seen of them,
Mm-hmm.
both of them, Hill and his wife, both.
Shoot jail.
So I think he's well represented.
Right.
We'll get to see, hopefully, like I said. Go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
And involve something, they could help you when you go to trial and get a fair trial. Letting us know kind of what's going on, what led to this, to the jail.
Okay.
That driver there, or if there's two in that vehicle, I don't know. That may be a passenger talking. Maybe there's two troopers, one driving and one talking. But they're probing. He's trying to find out. He's trying to get Mickey to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey's not talking now. Everybody says paranoid. He's this, that, but he's smart enough not to talk. He's not answering his questions. Or like Sheila says, maybe he's scared.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of the paranoia. See, it can go either way. There's
Right.
And that's the way a jury, if it ever goes to a jury, that's what you're looking at right there. You have a mistrial right here. You have a hung jury because she's not going to change me and I'm not going to change her. She's got her own opinion.
As of right now, until everything comes out, if it comes out in court, then we can know what actually happened.
Of course.
But based on what I'm seeing and hearing here, I believe he was
There's something
afraid.
wrong with him.
Yeah.
You think he's got something wrong with him? He snapped.
I do think he did snap, and I think he's afraid that he's going to be retaliated against on what he did.
Okay. Well, that's good. And you very well may be right. There's no right or wrong here. All we want is the truth. We don't care one way or the other. I think he's smart because he's not talking. Again, I don't know if he's been Mirandized. If he's asked to speak to his attorney, I can't imagine that he has, because if he's asked to speak to his attorney, I can't see somebody hounding him, wanting them to give him the excuse, the reason why he thinks he had to do what he had to do. We'll see.
I never know.
One last time. Is there anything you want? Is this anything to do with your family? If that's some information that we need to know. And what kind of information comes out, that always can change how investigations are worked. You know what I mean? And how they're looked at. You know that.
Guys, if you look up there in the top right-hand corner, 19 September the 19th. That's the day that this took place. 1727. 1727. That's 5. That's military time, but that would be 5:27.
Wow.
I think this took place about 2 something. If you look at the clock on the wall when it happened, it was about 2 something. So this was less than 3 hours less than 3 hours from the time that it happened, they're already en route with him out of Letcher County. They're already transporting him.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, there's one trooper in front. Supposedly there's one behind, and they may even be a passenger. That may be a detective in this cruiser here. They may be a driver, and may just be the detective.
Yeah, because sometimes seems like I could hear two different voices plus Mr. Stines. So
The 19th. This was the day after. I remember. We'll never forget this.
Yeah.
September the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Is when Sheila and I. That was our 6th day that we were out in the woods searching for Mr. Couch, the I-75 mass shooter.
Yeah.
And we had found him the day before, the 18th, and then this happened the next day.
Right.
And go ahead, babe.
Like I said, something led to this.
Come on now, guys. No, guys. This is not the jail. This is not the jail now. This is not the jail.
Okay, Mickey, anyway, so do you want to talk about it?
This is not the jail. You guys, what confuses me here, and I was a deputy and detective up in Pike County for almost 10 years, and we went everywhere. I mean, you go different states, you go different counties, and Mickey's been the sheriff there, or deputy and a sheriff for over 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't know where they were going or at the jail. Very possible, anything's possible, but I find it improbable that he'd never been to Leslie County Jail in all those years, to within 2 or 3 counties of each other,
To pick up a prisoner or
pick
take
up a
one.
prisoner or to deliver one.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's a good point.
so either he's the anxiety and the excitement, he don't know where he's at, or they may have brought him in a different road than what he traveled if he ever come there. But
I think he said he followed the police officer in front of him because he didn't know where it was at.
he's going to say that. here in a
Yeah.
minute.
Okay.
See how he's still, before they go into the Sally Port, he's already asked him again.
Still asking him.
Do you want to say anything?
Mm-hmm.
Usually on a case like this, you wait till you get them to interrogation or to a room or videotaping, which
That way you don't influence them one way or the other.
Yeah. Mirandize them, and again, he may have been Mirandized, but if he's not been Mirandized, no matter what Mickey would have said at that point, no matter what he would have said or anything, it would have been suppressed.
Okay.
They wouldn't have been able to use it because it was received after if he'd never been Mirandized. Now, if he's been Mirandized, because he's in custody now, he's not there of his own free will. So when you're in custody, you have the right to be Mirandized. Otherwise, anything
It violates it. Yeah.
Huh?
It violates his rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead if you want.
Okay. Here we go.
Is this to do with anything with your family, your daughter, or anything?
Bring one in.
Do they have to back out to get out, or does that circle out?
Does it circle out or do they get out? Okay.
So,
Who you passing me off to?
Leslie, we talked about this. This is Leslie County Jail.
Who you passing me off to, though?
Nobody. He knows the way here. We didn't know the way.
Oh, yeah. Y'all are passing me off here now to somebody.
Mickey, I don't know why you think this.
Y'all are going to let somebody hurt me. Yeah. Come on now, guys. Be fair.
I told you would be.
Yeah. Don't pass me off to nobody.
The only people we're passing you off to is the jailers inside here.
Just to do
Okay.
it.
That's the jailer.
They said there's somebody in there that they got to clear out.
Yeah, Come on now, guys. Anything to do with your family. I think that's some information that would be nice to be out there so we knew what exactly led to this. Don't put me in that Leslie County van.
See, and there he goes. He's going in.
Got emergency.
So.
So that's it.
Yep.
That, yeah, you can take us up there.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get it large. Hold on just a second. Trying to get it to full screen, but it didn't go. Oh, there we go.
Guys, there you go. In
There
the background
we go.
there of Sheila and I, you'll see that is the Letcher County Courthouse. We,
Mhm.
we went there, done a story.
Right.
Your guess is as good as ours.
Yeah.
Again, Mickey's got excellent representation.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the guy. I just call him Mickey because we've discussed
Well,
him so much.
it's his name.
Definitely
Yeah.
not going to call him sheriff. He's definitely doesn't rate being addressed as that, especially anymore.
Mm.
Um,
It's sad all the way around.
Of course,
I
not
feel
saying-
sorry for everybody involved in this case.
saying it's not sad. I'm
Yeah.
saying it's going to. I'm hoping it goes to trial so everybody can get to the bottom and see exactly what happened here
Mm-hmm.
from what we've seen to what's going on. And if
Exactly.
if the paranoia, a mental condition,
Mm-hmm.
they'll have them examined. They'll have them examined on both sides.
Yeah.
Because of course, the defense is going to automatically, the doctor you get there, they're going to,
Mm-hmm.
whatever who the witness is for, that's the way they tend to lead. You wouldn't want to bring a witness in there for the defense that says he's
Guilty or whatever.
not,
Yeah.
especially if they're trying to prove a mental, use that for a defense,
Hmm.
or at least something that was distressful to them.
Right. Well, with the other court case going on, with the deputy that's in trouble, that got in trouble, and got a month out of that, and then, him being
Got 6 months.
sued
The
all that.
deputy that was charged and convicted or pled guilty got 6 months in jail. How's go figure? But go figure, unless 6 months on a
Mm-hmm.
5-10 year sentence, 6 months makes me think that there may be some plea
He rolled.
bargaining there. There
Mhm.
may have been some. Maybe he's going to point some fingers.
Could be.
Maybe that's what this was all about.
Yeah.
Maybe he did point some fingers.
And maybe some stuff come out that,
Well, and I don't want to. When Sheila and I was up there, we heard stories on both. We heard stories
We
on the
did.
sheriff. We heard stories from people we talked to. Nobody wanted to be on camera.
mm-mm.
We got
Mm-mm.
one fella on camera. He was scared to death the whole time.
Yeah.
And we also heard people that bragged on both of them.
Yeah. And people said they were friends with both of them.
Yeah, good men. They was.
Yeah.
So who knows? Like everything else, that's why it's go to trial,
Strange. Yeah.
present the case, put the evidence out there.
Yep.
See what we got. Is there a reason? Some people argue with me on these comments.
Mhm.
It's total first degree when you look at it. And they said, well, no. Well, yeah, it is. It's when you do an unarmed person
Mm-hmm.
point blank like that. That's
Oh, okay. I see what
now,
you're saying.
if you want to use a mental defense or something else to try to, but that's totally first degree. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
you knew what you were doing. He knew what he was doing so good that he done it in 3 different places. Standing up with the judge with his hands up.
Yeah. He
Come over
seemed
here underneath the desk when
angry.
he was trying to hide.
Uh-huh.
He got ready to go out the door and look back up underneath that desk, and that's when it.
That's
when the
someone
blur-
who's angry.
Huh?
That's someone who's angry.
I think so. I think it's-
That's someone who's very,
That's over.
yeah.
It's called over.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know, guys. We don't know no more than
No.
anybody else. Again, we put a disclaimer at the end of the video. We don't mean nothing. We're
Mm-hmm.
merely giving our opinion on a YouTube channel.
Yep.
And you all have the right to have yours. And I could be I've been wrong before on many things.
Probably wrong. You know me. I just
But
have
you've got two different takes here.
gullible.
'Cause Sheila and I discussed this for 3 hours before we're making this video. And I'm not going to convince her of whatever she's thinking because she's not going to give it. I know she's not going to convince me, or at least
That's
not right
okay.
now. And either one of us can be convinced.
Once we hear everything that comes out in the wash, then yeah.
But you have to
You
show
might
us
change
once we
or
get our
not.
mindset on something and we're looking at something a certain way.
Gotta have
She's
proof.
going to have to. Somebody's going to have to convince me, or somebody's going to have to convince her. But she
Mhm.
feels that Mr. Stines has some mental issues.
I don't think he should have did what he did, you know, to the judge, especially if it involved family.
What did somebody say to us a while ago and says a sheriff can't, I guess in one of our last
Yeah.
videos, something I must have said he should have arrested him, and he should have. And somebody wrote and they said, a sheriff can't arrest a judge. Well, yeah.
They get in trouble
A
a
sheriff
lot.
can arrest a judge. A sheriff in Kentucky is the chief law enforcement officer of his county. That's why they're called the high sheriff. Back in the old days, they were known as the high sheriff because they was the highest official in that county. Now, let's say they want to protest it. Would you rather see the sheriff pull out his bang bang? He's already got his hands in the air.
Yeah,
and
he
say you're
did.
under arrest, and he arrests him and takes him to jail alive. But then it's proven that he made a bad arrest, an unlawful arrest. We have to let the judge go. We have to drop charges, or we have to charge the sheriff for unlawful imprisonment, or we have to file a suit against him for unlawful arrest. Okay, good. It's not illegal in Kentucky for a sheriff to arrest a judge. He's the chief law enforcement officer, but he also could have arrested him that day instead of bang banging him.
Yeah. The judge is not above the law.
Judge is not above the law.
Like
anybody.
Sheriff
can't take the
There's
law into his own
nobody.
hands.
Exactly. I agree.
Whatever happened, the sheriff took the law into his own hands
Yeah,
that day.
he
was the
did.
judge, the jury, and without a doubt, from that video, the executioner. This video's long enough, baby.
Okay.
Unless you got something else to say, don't let me cut you off.
No, we're just chit-chatting
Your
here.
final thought, but
No.
I'm sorry. I get what I want to say out, and I said, okay, cut the video.
I've got what's it called? The gift of gab.
What you was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. I don't talk a lot.
And I'm known as, she's known as, got the gift of gab, and I'm known as a man of few words.
There you go.
You don't believe that? We got some property in there. Beachfront property in Arizona. Thanks, guys.
Thank you all. We hope you have a good evening. God bless. Stay warm. Be prepared for this snow and ice. Okay.